Hello and welcome to glowstrung.com. Nope. Hello and welcome to glowstrung.com. This is the full body wallplane weave tutorial. This is what the full body wallplane weave looks like. Alright, now obviously you'll notice that I'm doing this on the right side of my body with the left hand behind my back. You're going to want to learn in both directions, as well as learn on the other side of your body with your right hand behind your back. But for now, this is the way I'm going to be teaching you. So if you know a windmill, if you know how to do the, if you know how to do the watermill, you've already got half of the move down pretty much, because that's all the right hand is going to be doing. It's going to be going from in front of you to behind you, just like this, back and forth. Alright? And it's going to be spinning in a clockwise motion. So basically the first thing you want to work on is the right hand right here. It's the easier hand, so we'll just get that one out of the way. So what you want to do is first start spinning in front of you in a clockwise motion. Once you have this plane down and you can spin in front of you pretty easy, move your hand behind you, and you want to make sure that you're spinning again in a clockwise motion. And you'll notice that when I'm spinning behind me, I have my wrist cocked like this. I don't have my hand like behind me like this at all. So when your hand is behind you, you want your palm facing up and the top of your forearm facing in front of you. Alright? So once you have that, once you're able to have your plane straight right here behind you, what you want to work on next is going from in front of you to behind you. Now the timing for that is when the glow stick gets to the top of the circle in front of you, you want to start to move your hand and arm behind you and curl your wrist, and then start spinning behind you. So it'll look like just like that. Alright? Another view of that. Just like that. Alright? And to go from behind you to in front is the same timing. When the glow stick is at the top of the circle behind you, that's when you want to move your arm in front of you and put your hand back where it was in front. So it'll look like this. Alright, another view of that. From here, right to there. Alright? And just practice going from in front of you to behind you. And that's basically all the right hand is going to be doing the whole time. One spin in front and one in back. Now, the left hand. It's a little bit more difficult. It does the same exact thing, except your hand is going to be, well, your arm is going to be behind you, basically resting on the small of your back. And from there, it's just going to be doing the same thing the right hand was doing. Now, you'll notice that when you have your hand behind you like this, you're going to have to lean back with your left shoulder some to actually get your arm out as far as you need it. And depending on how you hold your glow sticks or your strings, you're going to want to, when you're spinning in front of you, you're going to want to kind of extend your fingers. But if you have to, depending on how you hold it, you might not be able to extend your fingers. Alright, so we're going to start spinning in front of us first. Alright, and a good way to start that is you can either take it with your right hand and start spinning and then just kind of let go and let the left hand continue, or you can just hang it there and kind of swing it back and forth like a pendulum, and then use that momentum to start spinning. And you want to keep your right hand, you can keep it up here or behind you, wherever is out of the way. So you want to spin in front of you just like that, so you can keep your plane nice and straight. And then once you have that down, you want to go behind you and start spinning behind you. Again, you can start spinning just like this and then let your hand take over. But that's all it is make sure that your plane is straight, and once your planes are straight on both sides, the next thing we want to do is work on going from in front of you to behind you. It's going to be the same exact timing as with the right hand. It's when the glow stick gets to the top of the circle, so when it's right here, you want to just curl your wrist and move the glow stick behind you. Alright, so it'll look like this. From in front, top, it goes right behind you. And it's exactly the same when it's behind you. When the glow stick gets to the top of the circle, you move it to in front of you. Alright, so just practice that, you know, maybe do 4 spins in front, then move behind you, then 4. Keep cutting down the number of spins you do till you get down to 3, 2, and then 1 spin on each side. So once you have both hands down where you can go from in front of you to behind you and back and forth with both hands at one time, the next thing that we want to work on is we want to work on getting the left hand from right here to behind us to actually get into the move. Alright, now how you're going to do this is start spinning in front of you in a clockwise motion, obviously, and when the glow stick gets to the bottom of the circle, that's when you want to start moving your hand. And what you're going to do is you're going to curl your wrist again and have the front of your forearm facing forward, so it'll look like this. Alright, and it's basically going to be a swoop from here. It's going to do a nice swoop from there all the way around to in front of you. Alright, so it'll look kind of like this all the way around to front, and you can either just continue to spin there or get right into the move. Alright, so spin in front of you, curl your wrist, and swoop it right into the move. Alright, I'll give you another view of that. So you're going to want to practice this till you can do that without really hitting yourself, and you can just get right in and out of it with ease. Alright? That's basically the way that your left hand's going to get into it. Now, to get into the move with both hands, what you want to do is from just a standing position here, spin the glow sticks in split time, and what you're you'll know if your glow sticks hit like that in the middle of the air, you'll know that you're doing split time correctly. But anyway, when you're spinning in split time, when again this glow stick gets to the bottom of the circle, you're going to throw your left hand behind you, and it's going to go in front to do a spin. And while when the left hand is coming to do its first spin, the right hand is going to go behind you, and they're just going to start to follow each other. So it'll look like this. Right? We've got split time, gets to the bottom of the circle, and you get right into the move. Alright? So, just like that. You do really want to be careful when doing this move. Make sure that you kind of keep your head, kind of cocked out to the left. You don't want to hold it back or forward, because you're going to whack yourself in the face or the back of the head. So kind of keep it, straight and cocked out to the left. Alright, now here's another view of that. Spin in split time, and throw it right behind. And hopefully you won't hit the wall, and so it won't hit you. Just like that.